Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's having a really good day. First, really want to thank everyone that commented on the last video and sent their condolences and prayers and well wishes. It was great to see feedback from the community. I really appreciate it. It's a hard time, but we're back at it. I'm going to talk about what's coming up today. So in today's video, we're going to have an update on the pond. Everybody always asks about, how the pond and the fields are looking that Let's Dig did. So we will have an update. I usually put that towards the end, so that you see that. So we'll do that. We're back in the house, continuing on the electrical rough-in. The HVAC rough-in is complete, so I'll show you that. Plumbing rough-in is done. So now everybody's just waiting on me, which is how it usually goes. So we're gonna continue pulling wire. I only have Josh for a few more days, and then he goes back up to Appalachian, back to college. So got to use that help as much as I can get it. We're hoping to get the majority of the roughing done before next weekend, and then that way I can tie a few things up and all that, and call for inspections and see where we're at. So we'll show some of that, work being done, a few more things that we're planning out, how that's going. What, you want to be in the shot? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we learned a couple things. Still have our little baby chickens, and I can still count. So it's exciting. All right, well, that's what we got. So join along, and I hope you enjoy it. If you do, give it a like, and subscribe if you want to see more things coming out. Be great. And comment, love the comments. And you may be seeing this one as what YouTube calls a premiere, where I'll be chatting along with it. That's my current plan. So hopefully that's what we do, and do some of that, and want to lead up to doing a live at some point pretty soon. So may put in the comments. I know there's people from all over the place. What do you think are the best time slot to do a live? I'm sure, unfortunately, it won't work out for everybody, but want to see, 6 p.m. was been mentioned, a little bit Eastern time, U.S. Eastern time. So just give some feedback on that. Okay, the house is pretty loud, so I decided to do some voiceover on this part. We're going to look at the first bedroom. This is a line set for a mini split. One of our family members has an autoimmune disease, and so temperature control for them is critical and may at times be different than us. We may want it cold and they want it hot, or vice versa. So we decided to put a mini split in this room so they can better control their temperature. So all that's been roughed in and ready to go. So I'll have to do some blocking up top for where the unit will go. Here's the return. Coming into this area. See, that returns in. You can get a really good look at all the ductwork from this angle, the return for this room, and the ducts that go to the vents. There's the return for the master. The vent fans are in. So that's the one for the hall bath. That's the one for the master bath. Those are done. Josh is busy putting up some can lights, doing some adjustments to get those a little straighter. All right, so they got the vents done. The closet, there's that can light. Of course, we'll be tying all this Romex up with wire separators. After we are done running everything, we're going to clean it up, starting in that area and working our way backwards to get out any slack. That'll be one of the last things we do. They got the dryer vent ready to go, so that's good. Let me take you up here, see what all I mean, it is amazing. I mean, this system took up the majority of the attic. I mean, it's a massive system. Massive system. So glad actually that I didn't go ahead and put a bunch of boards down. Really glad that we're going to be spray foaming the roof because this area will be insulated, which will do wonders for the ductwork. I can't imagine how hot. I mean, well, I can't imagine because I've been up there working. But it's just stupid hot up here with the metal roof and everything. So that insulation is going to be great. All right. This system doesn't keep it comfortable in here. I don't know what will, because it's like I said, it's pretty massive. Thanks. All right, you guys are going to see this for the first time along with me, because I hadn't seen it either. All right, so that's our line set. That's for a mini split. I'll show you the inside where that's going. That's for the big unit. And we are going to run this off of that panel. But that's the 2 feeds for the stovetop double oven. And then we'll have another one that comes down and gets mounted across the bottom and feeds the outdoor units. This one needs a 10 and the other one needs just a 12, but I have 10 wire for conduit, so I'll probably just run 2 10s, sets of 10s for that. It's fine to go too much, not to go too little. All right, let's see what's going on in here. Tons of wires. Hopefully we'll have all the wires ran before the end of the weekend. I've got to build another wall out here because we're going to space those off so that we have protection for the wiring. We put another wall in front of it, or put plywood that'll be screwed on that can come off if we need to access something. So we've got to do that. Got their line set up in there pretty good. This all gets spray foamed, so they came across the side with that. All right, not the end of the world. This is a mechanical room after all. We've got to get this up off the floor. Got to get a stand for that, and the wire for that. So this is a problem sometimes, these are made to where, they extend or get small, whatever, for the space, but sometimes there's just you can't take enough out. All right, so take these apart, and then we're gonna come in here and cut them. I'll look for the 10 snips. I should have some. Aha. I know y'all were starting to doubt me. Like, that fool ain't got any 10 snips. One thing on a project I've learned, when you come out, all your plans, all that stuff, they say plans cease to exist, ends when you meet the enemy. Well, all your planning ends when you get to the job site. So there's always obstacles. Try to just stay relaxed and not sweat it. All right, so now you get to see me do some work. I'm going to connect up the can lights, also known as recessed cans. These are some 4-inch recessed cans. That's what we're putting pretty much everywhere. So they have a little box on the end. You have a little cover that you can pop out, and then you just need to put a connector in and run the Romex wires inside it. You can also, as you can see, you can adjust the can where you want to put it exactly, and then you kind of secure it down so it doesn't move anymore. I try to leave enough Romex so that we have room to play, so that if we want to put it to the left or right. I don't want to be married exactly where it goes at this stage, so I want to make sure I have enough slats I can do that and secure it. So these have these little push lock connectors. So you'll see, you just drift the Romex a little bit at the end and then push it into the push lock, and you're good to go. So let's see that happen. First, you have to pop this little piece out though. So you have several areas where you can pick that you want to run the Romex in. So you just have to get the knockout pushed out, and there's a little black plastic grommet that we're using that will go in there. Then once you have that grommet in, you feed the Romex into it, and you just bring out enough to do your work with. I usually match the length of these little push lock connectors. It's about 6-7 inches, and make sure I've got enough that I'll be able to staple back. Okay, well, I decided to turn the can around because I just like it, number one, where you can access the little box enclosure on the end, and also that put the center of the light just a little bit closer to the center of the room, even though they put the vent center of the closet. So I don't know, I just like that better. So at the end of these special Romex strippers, you just put it over the wire and just crimp down on both, and you hold the wire on the back side so it doesn't pull any more wire into it, and you just strip off the insulation that easy. Then you separate the wires out, cut them to the length, strip a little bit off the end. I do think about a 1/4 inch maybe, and it pushes right into the push lock. And then we'll wrap it up and put it all up into the enclosure, and it'll be ready to seal back up and put the light in and get it going. All right, so I put a trim in it. It lights up, and we also have the master closet going, so that just gives us more light to work with, which is great. Plus, we know that the circuit is working as intended, so we don't have to worry about it. I've had some comments about the fans and people liking them. So, this one was up temporarily in the kitchen, so I'm taking it down, and I thought I would let you see what it looks like when it's off. Kind of cool, right? So, on, off. So the blades go in, retract, and sit up on top of it. Chandelier-ish looking light fixture. But this one comes down. There's a chandelier that goes here over the island, and that one goes into the master bed. So all the fans are the same, except there's a pretty cool fan we found that does not take up a lot of space. I'm thinking we're going to put one on either side of the island. We'll see if it's going to look too crowded or crazy, but we might mess around with that. And there you go. I just want to take a quick thing of that while I had it off. So Let's Dig did make an appearance today, but all my batteries were dead and I didn't film, and he didn't look much in the mood for filming, but it's all right. It's kind of our next little project we've got going on, so haven't really talked much about that anyway. So I'm sure that'll be an upcoming video. Hopefully in the next week we'll see what happens. So have that to look forward to. But little hint, he did have me spray paint my barn orange. So ask him about that over on his channel, Let's Dig 18. You know, that's, you know, why'd you have Mr. Billy Good spray his barn orange? I don't know. You know, he's got a method though. He's got a method to what he's doing. So who am I to judge? I haven't done drone footage in a while, so I thought I'd do that to show you the update on the pond and the fields and everything. So you're pretty familiar with this shot by now. That's all the area that Chris cleared. The grass is super thick on the ground. I've got to mow it, but the tops have actually sprouted, into their little seed heads. So that's kind of what we were waiting on. So I'm going to go through and mow all that over the next week. So there's the pond. Doesn't look a ton different from the last time. It was actually down probably 6 inches or more from what it is right now, but then we had a decent rain come through. But it really has rarely been raining. And, you know, being a new pond, the ground just soaks it up some. Plus, we've had 95 plus degree days. Super hot. We're getting a lot of evaporation. So, pretty happy with it, actually. I think we're going to be good once the rains come in for the winter. So, there's the big tree on the bottom right. We zoop around here. Zoop, is that a word? Zip around here to the path. You know, it's funny from the air. I've mentioned it before. Everything just doesn't look that green, but down at ground level it is. So funny how it is. This is about 130 feet up, roughly. If I'm 100, about 115, 120, I can clear any tree on the property, so I'm good. So I usually fly around 130 feet. So there's the back area. Doesn't look a lot different. It's got a lot of good grass coming up too, though. Like I said, you just don't see it from this high up. But it's going to be good. Just have to give it some more time to grow in. So I shoot up a little bit higher here. I think I run it up to about 300 feet overall, 280, 300. Then start running back up the property. There's the first third. There's the path. Then all that to the right is ours. I see plenty of trees left, and then you kind of come at from a different angle on the clearing. You see the pond, the field, and the house. That's going to be awesome. Get everything done and set. So there you go. Hope everybody has a really good day. See you next time.